the hot case, which is like what's going to happen every second. So I think that's the biggest difference, yeah.
They're coming for me. The police are coming for me.
This far-right gang has been trafficking weapons. They're planning something else.
There's quite a few changes between season 2 and season 1 with your characters, new job positions, new London locations, new threats, obviously. What would you say is the biggest difference between the two of them, and what was it like for you to revisit the characters?
Well, I think the biggest difference is that this is a live case, which is actually happening in real time. In the first season, we were really digging into something that I'd got involved with in the past, which Cush's character was upset about. But this time, it's actually happening.
Yeah, and I think it's knowing that this need for them to have to work together again, but also not knowing where that's going to go or how much you can trust it, I think is going along with that the hot case, which is like what's going to happen every second. So I think that's the biggest difference, yeah.
What would you say is the biggest difference between season 2 and season 1?
Well, season 2 is a present day, case that they're exploring, whereas it was a cold case in season 1. So I think it just has a propulsion that season 1 was a very slow unpeeling.
You've also decided to team up Hegarty and June. Where did that decision came from?
Well, we wanted to obviously keep our two main characters and their phenomenal actors, but we wanted to bring them together in a way that felt organic. We didn't want it to feel forced. And I think that works pretty well. The challenge will be, if we do make more, will be to make it not feel like we're treading water with those characters.
We'll stop it.
What if we don't?
I also think it's safe to say it's less of a procedural now, and more of a thriller. Not to say that season 1 wasn't a thriller, but why was that important to switch gears a little bit?
I think we, as the makers of the programme, would get really bored if we were just doing the same thing over and over, and so would the actors. So we naturally want to move it on. You should do that with shows. You should try and make every season better than the last one.